The first aspect of an athlete's training session, or competition run, is the warm-up phase. Getting the body warm is very important, as it prepares the athlete both mentally and physically for the workload that it is about to undertake. The warm-up basically increases the athlete's heart rate, while getting the muscles in the body moist and ready to perform. This will in turn improve the elasticity of the athlete's muscles, thus preventing injuries during intense activity. When done properly, warming up reduces muscle soreness in athletes, as it enables more oxygen to reach to the athlete's muscles. Warm-up also aids in developing the athlete's flexibility, due to the myriad of movements that are involved in the process. However, there is much uncertainty as to how a track athlete should warm up before training, or even competition. One of the most commonly asked questions is, do sprinters warm up differently from long-distance runners? The simple answer to that is, yes they do. There are several things to bear in mind, where warming up is concerned. Chief among these, is the duration of a warm-up session. To get the body fully warm, a typical warm-up session should last for about 20 to 25 minutes. This applies to both sprinters and long-distance athletes. Development in science has, however, caused coaches to separate the warm-up procedures for the sprinter and the distance runner. Traditionally, most sprinters usually run for at least 10 to 15 minutes, and then engage in static stretching. However, most coaches have adapted a more effective and dynamic way of warming up for their sprinters. There is a school of thought which suggests that a stretched muscle is a weak muscle. Sprinting demands immense strength and power. Therefore, engaging in prolonged static stretching before a workout or a race will only result in mediocre performances and injuries. The sprinter's warm-up should therefore consist of light jogging, combined with dynamic stretches, which are done at intervals throughout the duration of the warm-up session. The general idea behind this is to not having a sprinter engaged in prolonged slow running, as this will affect the development of fast-twitch muscle fibers. As much as possible, a sprinter should engage in fast-paced activities. Jogging in the warm-up should therefore be limited to 60 to 80 meter intervals. This distance is enough to increase the sprinter's heart rate, while preserving their fast-twitch muscle fibers. This practice falls in line with the principle which states that sometimes, less is more. Dynamic stretches are done during the warm-up session. These stretches are done at different intervals after jogging for about 60 to 80 meters. The idea is to keep moving while stretching, in order to keep the athlete's heart rate at an increased pace. One important guideline to keep in mind is to not hold the stretches for too long. 4 to 6 seconds is ideal. Holding a stretch for too long will result in a weak muscle, which then becomes vulnerable to pressure, and will more than likely strain, or even tear, when put under pressure. Prolonged stretching is usually done after the workout session, during the cooling down aspect of the workout. Another tip that athletes should bear in mind is hydration. This is very important during the warm-up routine. Simply put, hydration delays fatigue. It is important to note that static stretching is not ruled out entirely. However, they are limited to those exercises that would prove difficult to do while the athlete is in motion. It also depends on how the athlete is feeling after performing dynamic stretches for approximately 20 minutes. Some athletes, for example, may still feel a little tightness in some areas, and need to engage in a few static stretching. If this happens, it is important that the athlete remembers to keep these stretches short, and not overextend the muscle. The static phase of the warm-up is mainly geared towards preparing the athlete to run fast. Emphasis would therefore be placed on the hips, the legs, and the core. This phase generally lasts for approximately 5 minutes. That concludes our Sprinter's warm-up session. We certainly hope that you found this video useful. If you like this content, please smash the like button below, and please consider subscribing to this channel for more exciting sporting news, reviews, and events. Thanks for watching.